My name is Teresa Martin, and I am the CEO and founder and counsel for Real Estate Investors Association of New York City. We are a national organization and the New York chapter for National REIA. We represent over 40,000 investors, property management organizations, apartment management organizations, and I also run Generational Wealth Zone, and that is a financial literacy real estate investment organization that actually teaches people how to break the chains of generational poverty by building generational wealth. So I am super excited about what we're going to do in this interview. I'm going to be speaking with William Moore of Global Opportunities Network, and he's actually going to talk to us about how we're going to merge real estate and credit restoration services. So I hope you tune in.
So you think everybody had a good time today?
I think everyone had a fantastic time. I
Okay.
think making sure that people understand about credit, their finances, and how it fits in their everyday life, I think that's always important.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I think when I went there in 2007, there were just so many unknowns. I didn't have a clue about how credit worked. And when I went there, they kind of sat down, they explained it. You know, financial education services, they've been in existence since 2004. You know, these are people who had all the certifications. They knew exactly how the Credit Repair Operations Act worked. They understand all the legitimacies of that. So for me, it was just a matter of how can I get people to you? You know, one of the things I love about working with investors is that they're kind of already working with folks who need our type of services. So REIA NYC, tell me a little bit more about REIA NYC and how they work.
Well, REIA NYC, as you know, is a Real Estate Investors Association of New York City. It's a national chapter. We are part of National REIA. The National REIA, we represent, and I say we because I sit on the board for National REIA, we represent over 40,000 investors, property management companies, apartment associations across the country. What we do is we teach people how to invest in real estate ethically.
Okay.
We make sure that we have lobbyists that are actually lobbying on investors' behalf to make sure we do things ethically.
Right.
There's so many people who want to invest in real estate and they're scamming people. That's why you have a lot of credit repair scams,
Right.
you have a lot of foreclosure scams, you have a lot of loan modification scams. What we do as REIA NYC is we make sure for those people who actually want to invest in real estate, we actually make sure that they have the proper guideline in which they need to operate their business
Gotcha.
ethically. Okay? Because there's a difference between legally and morally.
Right.
And
Right.
a lot of people may operate within the confines of the law, but still may be operating immorally.
Okay.
And that's what REIA NYC is about.
You know, I think it's great because the synergy of our companies, because you know I'm Global Opportunities Network,
Yes.
and what's so great about that is that we going global. Because what we've done is we've taken a network marketing model where we can actually reach out to the masses. So you're talking about people who may not have a sales background, may not have a credit background or a finance background, maybe just an ordinary person, but we can bring them into this model. We can give them the trainings that's needed. But you got to do that with a team. And so if you have people out there doing things on their own, not coming together, you really can't get information out to the masses. And why is that? The type of training that's needed. Global Opportunities Network, we're very big on training because it's all about duplication. Okay, I come from an organization called Dream Team Worldwide under the great Mr. and Mrs. Kelvin and Nevada Collins.
Okay.
And in the passing of Mr. Collins in 2011, the torch was passed to say that now we want Global Opportunities Network to go out there and reach out to the people who need access, because access really is the biggest thing. So working with REIA NYC, what I saw is that you took people just like ours who were ordinary people who want to do some extraordinary things. Where's the model? The synergy that's created, that's going to be the model. And by us working together, coming together, doing things, not only are we going to get people trained, not only are we going to get them educated, we're going to actually teach them how they can duplicate themselves. Because if you can duplicate yourself, if you can reach one and teach one, what happens is information is shared. Okay, I think it's very important. And seeing everybody today, I think was great because, like I said, I came here by myself 5 years ago. And now every year we're bringing more and more people. You know, I know that we're going to be having that property tour in Detroit.
Yes.
I know you're excited about that, right?
So excited. I am so excited. One, because what we see is that CNN and all the internet and everyone is saying, don't invest in Detroit. Why are you going to Detroit? And my whole concept is that Why are they saying that? They said the same thing about Hoboken, New Jersey.
Okay.
They said the same thing about Harlem. Why is it that when we fall, we're supposed to run and not help the people who are there? So what I want to do is I want to take Detroit as a model to take them through a financial education program, if you will. Teach them how to own their home right. Because a lot of people who have gone through foreclosure in Detroit, predatory lending was rampant amongst people of color. And so Detroit, what it brings to me is a get back.
Okay.
We're actually getting back to the basic concepts of financial literacy. So we're taking these investors who are investing ethically. Okay, so we're not overseas, we're not trying to buy properties, we're not trying to kick people out of their communities and rape them of their equity. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're buying these properties, putting them in a credit restoration program to restore their credit so that they can actually in 2 years buy the property with equity in the property so that they are not overinflated and things of that sort. So that's the opportunity that we have to teach generational wealth, because the goal is to teach generational wealth and break the chains of generational poverty. How many people do you know who do not have a homeowner within 3 generations of their families? We want to break that cycle, because even, Jesus went to people's houses for dinner. You understand? People were doing real estate from the beginning of time. We know that land is wealth. So we want to get back to that, leaving legacies for our children and stop leaving debt, because that's what we're doing. So the Detroit property tour for me is more than a property tour. We're going through and trying to see how can we be a solution to this widespread problem. Detroit is only one stop, on that train. We're going nation to nation, block to block, neighborhood to neighborhood, city to city, and then state to state. We want to take over the world and improve financial literacy, in our communities. People who look like me should know about finances, and we don't. They're not teaching it in school. So whose obligation is it? It's ours. A community. Why can't we get back to that?
Definitely. I mean, I think that's what it's all about. And it's all about, when you talk about bringing people together, you're going to be in Detroit. Our corporate office is in Farmington Hills, Michigan. That's about 17 miles away. No one in the Michigan area has even heard of financial education services and the type of work that they can do. Okay, so what's amazing is that this partnership will be formed because you've got investors from New York who are coming into Detroit to now talk about changing people's lives. At some point, credit is going to be needed.
Absolutely.
Okay, and now you have a company right in your backyard. But let me just tell you something more exciting about the flexibility of our model. What if you have somebody in your REIA who knows people in Memphis, knows people in North Carolina, knows people all throughout the country, where just a phone call away said, hey, we got this incredible program, we give them some information, hey, can you guys come over here and share that with us? See, there's nothing that bounds us. We can just say, oh, sure, we'll set up a time and date, and we'll go over there, and we can set up shop in that area. That's the beauty, I think, what we do. But when we come, we bring in weight. See, we're not just coming by ourselves. We're bringing, we're bringing these companies. We're bringing industries. We're bringing people, who want to do bigger things. We're bringing like-minded individuals who's ready to make that difference. That's the power of bringing people together. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that. Because, where I come from, people are myopic. Me, what I can do, I. Not even talking about us, them, team. So I think this collaboration I'm very excited about. I know you are. I can't wait to be there in Detroit. I'm going to be having my hard hat and my boots and my jacket with my flashlight. And I'm ready to seek out and find those who will make a difference for themselves.
Well, excellent. Well, we definitely can't wait to have you. But before we end, I do want to ask you, because you said something kind of unique. I heard you say a network marketing model. Now, I did studies on the FTC, and I actually reviewed compensation plans, part of my legal practice. There is so much negativity around the network marketing model. But when you were speaking to me, although you operate in a network marketing model, I wasn't hearing network marketing stuff, So what makes you different than every other network marketing person who's trying to recruit me, your family, your friends, tell everybody, motion, soaps, and potions and all this kind of stuff? What makes what you're doing so unique within that network marketing model? Because the industry itself has such a bad reputation. How are you making a difference through the network marketing model for your people that you're servicing?
I mean, that's a great question. I think the biggest difference is, first of all, this type of training that we give. You see, all it is a model. You know, you have the flexibility of whether you want to do direct sales or if you want to bring people in. But when you're bringing people in, you're bringing in people that's actually going to help you with a bigger goal. Okay. We're talking about teaching people how to teach others. You know, what really gets me frustrated about the MLM, just bring them all in. They're just bringing people in, you know, and a whole bunch of people get in and don't know how to do anything.
Right.
Okay. Well, we're talking about as soon as you come in, we're going to assign you a field trainer. The field trainer is going to sit down with you and say, hey, what are your goals? What would you like this thing to do for you? Okay. What we found out is that when we get their people's goals, their goals match our goals.
Gotcha.
You know, and I think that's what's so unique. The second thing we're going to do is that we're going to educate people about finances and how finance works. You know, this company's middle name is education, financial education services. People don't know how credit works. They don't know how the system works. They don't know that there are laws called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Credit Repair Organization Act, that you can provide this type of service unless you are a bank or a credit union or a nonprofit. Okay, so when you give them that information, you're arming them with power. By the time they figured out this MLM, it's too late. They're like, wow, I've learned so much. Oh, that's right. They do have a network marketing model. It doesn't even matter anymore. So that's really the biggest difference that we provide.
I think that's excellent because my legal practice, my real estate business, as well as my generational wealth zone, we deal in education. If it's not 95% education, we won't even invite you in. Because my thing is, you're not coming in to push your products on my people.
Right.
Because we need to understand biblical principles based on finances and good stewardship. And if you understand stewardship and that you're just a money manager of God's money, then it gives you a sense of responsibility of what it is that you actually need to do. And what we need to do is really go back to church, understand about the Bible, understand that we don't need to be hiring all these fancy financial planners. Everything you need to know is right in between Genesis and Revelation. And if you know that, you understand how to deal with your finances. So this has been great sitting down talking to you. I always love talking to you. But thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you in Detroit.
All right, let's do it.
I want to thank you for tuning in to this segment of Generational Wealth Zone. It has been a pleasure. For more information on how you can build generational wealth and break the chains of generational poverty, I actually want you to tune in and contact us at www.REIA NYC. That's www.REIANYC.org. Or you can contact us at 646-278-6724. I'll see you at the top.